Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Sila Guler, and today I'm joined by Gianna St. the president of Sign Language Organization. Thank you so much for coming in to chat with us this evening. Let's get started. Can you introduce yourself, your year, major, and how you got involved with Sign Language Organization?
Yeah, obviously I'm Gianna St. My year is I'm a junior. My major, I am in psychology and minoring in ASL. I got involved with Sign Language Org my freshman year. I actually, when I applied to Penn State, I looked up, I knew there was like a sign language org of some sort. Either I found it online or somewhat I like stumbled onto it, and I saw all the social media stuff on it, and then I came to campus and I just knew right away like it was something I had to be a part of. So yeah, that's how I got started.
That's great. Would you like to share a bit about your journey or experience being a part of the deaf community with us today?
Yeah, so I think it's still kind of a learning journey for me, but Sign Language Org has helped me out so much with that, with finding sort of my own deaf identity. Before I didn't really consider myself a part of it, but I didn't really like the label of like having a disability or being disabled. Although obviously I'm more than happy to advocate for myself, but I just I guess I was missing sort of that like community piece, and I got a taste of that when I went to deaf camps when I was younger. And when Penn State had this sign language org thing, I just thought that was like an amazing in-between that I can transition more into my deaf identity. And so just meeting the two deaf professors here and everybody like in sign language org, other deaf people, it's really made me appreciate how much people like care, and made me realize, a different way of communicating and connecting with people is amazing. So, yeah.
Okay, and what inspired you to join Sign Language Org?
So I think just from seeing the different posts online and just seeing how inviting they seemed, and just how much they truly cared about signing, about American Sign Language, but not only just about that, but for being inclusive and accessible for deaf people. And it just made me feel seen in a way that I've never really felt that much before. So yeah, and I just could see that passion, so I'm like, I have to be a part of that. I think this would be great for me.
I know you're the president now, but did you ever hold any other executive positions for Sign Language Org?
Yeah, I was actually treasurer last year, and then my freshman year I was just a member, but as treasurer, that was kind of my jumping point from getting more involved to getting into exec, so yeah.
Okay, what does being a part of the deaf community mean to you?
Being part of the deaf community, I guess, means being a part of something that is greater than myself, that has culture and history to it, and a part of, of other people who share my experiences. And it's still a journey of like accepting that reality of like, oh, like, I guess I'm actually a part of it now, but it's not that I never was. But the deaf community has a whole wide variety of different kind of people who identify more with like talking and not really signing, or only signing, no talking, and anywhere in between. And the deaf community is just very open and welcoming. And when I just like meet another fellow deaf person, like we both share like this understanding of like we have each other, and like we share this amazing, incredible language. So.
Okay. What is one thing that you wish hearing people understood about deaf people?
I wish they understood that that the quiet is not necessarily something of isolation or something of somber or sadness. It's the quiet for deaf people, for a lot of people, is that there's a lot of sound in the way you see things, like all the different colors and textures that you can feel, and all the different scents you can smell and flavors you can taste, and there's sound like within that. And I think I wish that hearing people would appreciate, like, there is some beauty in the quiet as well. Yeah.
That's beautiful. What is one favorite memory or proudest moment of yours?
I have a couple, but I think my proudest accomplishment would be that last spring, I did my first ever speech in American Sign Language, and but that was like the longest time, I think, fully expressing all of my thoughts and ideas in a long, like, concrete way of only signing, and that really, like, pushed myself, like, out of my own shell, and it made me realize, like, I'm stepping into something greater, and I have these two amazing deaf professors, behind me, and the look on their faces, like, they were so proud of me, and I was just so happy with them, and I was really proud that I, was brave enough to do that, and I was able to do it. And my favorite memory of, doing the Dawn performance last year, that was amazing. Just kind of the contributions I made to that to help make the signing more fluid, but also learning from one of the deaf professor's friend. Rodney's a great, like, deaf choreographer and performer, and I learned a lot from him, and that was just amazing to dance on stage in front of all those thousands of people. So.
All right, Gianna, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us more about your experiences with SLO. Now stick around, because coming up next, Liv and Audrey will have the latest news from across the nation.